All right, so we play Oregon Tech tomorrow night. It's our first home game. That's quite a way to open your home season, is going against Oregon Tech. We had a chance to watch them this weekend a few times, and they're very good again. Probably a little bit better than what we had thought or what we had hoped. But they're a very good basketball team, and they know how to play, and they're starting to play like the teams in the past. It's taken them a few more games this year, but they're starting to play really well. So that'll be a really, really good test of where we're at, and it's going to come, 10, 12 days before we start conference season. So that'll be a very, very good one. We had a better weekend over there in the tournament at OIT. We played much better offensively, but we're going to have to continue to get better, especially now that we're getting in close to the meat of the season and getting into the conference play. So tomorrow night should be, like I said, it'll be a good gauge. It's a big game in that it's fun for the players. It's usually a really good atmosphere. Obviously, it's our rival, and they've gotten the best of that for a little while here. So in that regard, it's a big game. But in terms of the grand scheme of things, it's more of a it'll tell us more things about where we need to go and where we got to get better. So excited about it, and it'll be fun. The outcome, I don't know, is all that important. Then this weekend we got the Flagship Inn Tournament, and we have 4 really good basketball teams in it. We're going to open up with New Hope Christian, who in the past hasn't been that tough, but they've already beaten I think 2 of our conference schools, and played Eastern Oregon, who's probably the best team in the league at this point. Played them a very, very good basketball game over at Eastern. So New Hope Christian will present some real challenges. They have a couple transfers this year that very good basketball players. One's 6'7" forward that can really shoot it and played at Oregon, and another's a young man that played at Western Oregon, very good scorer. So they had some good kids coming back from last year. So I think they've got 5 really good players, and I think maybe a little bit of the question mark with them is their depth. And then the second night we'll play Lewis and Clark State, who I believe they were off to a 6-0 start, and I think they've beaten 4 Cascade Conference teams already. I know they beat Concordia in overtime. They gave it to Northwest pretty good this weekend. They've beaten I think College of Idaho. So they're and I think they beat Northwest Christian as well. So they're a very good basketball team, NAI Division I team that's coming over, and it'll be a very good game. I know their game with OIT will be very good on Friday night, and then with us again on Saturday night. So very good basketball coming up over the next 4 or 5 days in our gym here, and the last 3 games that we're going to play before we get to conference. So it's our last chances to see how much improvement we can make in a game setting before we get that last week of practice before we open up conference. So we're real excited about it. I hope we're healthy. I haven't seen the guys since the weekend. Play those weekends early in the year. You get a little bumped up, but I think we'll be ready to go and have some fun tomorrow night.